In Gabor Mate's book, The Myth of Normal, he talks about something that is a huge contributing factor to mental health issues in the world today, and it's the concept of atonement versus attachment. And that basically means, at its core, is that we are in a constant struggle, a day in, day out, of fighting for being ourselves, atonement, fitting in, attachment. We are constantly struggling all the time, tearing at ourselves, because on one hand, we want to be true to our genuine selves. We want to say what we want to say, wear what we want to wear, talk to who we want to talk to, do what we want to do. But on the flip side, we are also constantly paranoid and scared about fitting in, attachment, being part of the crowd, being loved, being accepted by people. And that is a constant fight and a constant struggle that a lot of people, the majority of people, to some degree, go through every single day of their lives. And it is varying degrees from person to person. You know, you do have those rare, genuine people who are 100% themselves, no matter what anybody thinks. No matter what anybody says, they are themselves. They look the way they want to look, they talk the way they want to talk, they date who they want to date. What the crowd has to say or think about that means nothing to them. And that is a rare person. I feel like that's the person that is, truly free. This is something that I struggle with every single day of my life. I constantly struggle with wanting to be my genuine self, constantly living in fear of what other people are going to think or say about it. Whether that be if I want to get more piercings or get more tattoos, or if I, want to get dreadlocks, or if I want to wear a mohawk, or if I want to wear certain clothes that I want to wear. There's this constant fear of rejection. And to be honest, a lot of it goes back to a reflection on my daughter, as weird as that might sound. You know, I don't want people thinking a certain way about me and then in turn thinking a certain way about my daughter. I don't want my daughter to be held back in the world from, what her dad looks like or what her dad does. I don't want people to have preconceived notions about her just based on the way I look or the things that I do. So it all kind of stems back to that. And to kind of put it in perspective, if you are constantly every single day not being yourself, suppressing who you are just to fit in with people you don't even know and will never talk to or never see or will never have any relevance on the outcome of your life, it's like you're walking around with a weighted vest for no reason. You're not walking around with a weighted vest because you're trying to get more cardiovascularly fit, you're trying to get stronger. You are simply walking around with a weighted vest for no reason. And eventually that will tear on you. Eventually that will break you down. Eventually you will not be able to function correctly. And spending every day of your life suppressing yourself, trying to be somebody you're not, suppressing your soul, suppressing your emotions, suppressing your personality, that cracks at your mental health, and it will. There's no way out of it. If you continue to suppress who you are and walk around being someone who you are not, you're walking around with that weighted vest on, and it is pulling at you, and it is dragging you down, and it is keeping you down. So I guess what I'm trying to get at is, I guess, like the first part of acknowledging all this is understanding that you are in this constant struggle between atonement and attachment. And once you realize that, you can do the work to move forward, to understand that it is okay to be yourself. We are all petrified of how people we will never meet, people who have never met us, will have nothing to do with our lives. We are constantly petrified of what those people will think about us if we act like ourselves, be ourselves, live ourselves. Kind of take a moment and think about that, and think about how different your life would be if you were able to take that weighted vest off and just walk through life as yourself.